So before I get into that, I kind of want to do something with you guys, and it involves you having to close your eyes. Okay, so trust me, just close your eyes. And what I'm going to do is describe a scene, okay? And I just want you to picture it. Just sit there and imagine what I say, okay? So imagine you are in an open field, okay? And right in the middle there, it's a sunny day, green grass, is Albert Einstein, okay? And he's there, he's actually skateboarding on the grass. Doesn't make sense, but you can picture this. He's kind of like gliding around on this skateboard, but it's not a skateboard, it's an acoustic guitar. Okay, so he's on top of this acoustic guitar, kind of skateboarding around on top of this grass, okay? And off to the right of him is Frankenstein, the monster, right? Arms outstretched, he's grunting a little bit, he's got bolts in his neck. And he's playing hacky sack, or kicking, a missile, a live missile, okay? Why, I don't know, but he just is doing this, okay? He's kicking around this missile next to Albert Einstein. And then off in the distance, we see a kangaroo hopping over, and he's freaking out. He's screaming because he's holding this wig in his little kangaroo arms. And for some reason, it's horrifying to him, and this kangaroo is screaming as it's bouncing along towards Albert Einstein and Frankenstein, okay? And then even further in the distance, we have Chewbacca from Star Wars. Big hairy monster doing his Chewbacca sound, and he is playing basketball with a fridge, okay? He's dribbling it, and he's slam dunking it into some imaginary hoop, okay? So we had Albert Einstein skateboarding on a guitar, Frankenstein kicking around a missile, kangaroo screaming at a wig, and Chewbacca slam dunking a fridge. So you can open your eyes. So what I had you memorize, congratulations, was this 28-digit number. Okay, you guys were like, what the? No. Don't worry, that shouldn't make any sense, don't worry. But the point I want to make is that if you actually had to memorize this number, it would be kind of difficult and not feel so good. It kind of like hits against your brain. But what I had you guys picture, the scene, that's very easy. Like, we're very good at memorizing or picturing things, fantastical things. I mean, none of those things could possibly happen. So in my number system, I have a system where I convert numbers to pictures. This is what I see when I see that number, and I split them up in sevens. Don't worry about that. The point is that it's much easier to remember things, especially the complicated things that we have in our everyday lives, when we add meaning. So that's always the goal when you want to memorize, is to turn something difficult into something that your brain likes, a picture. And so there are really two steps to memorization, and I use these every time I memorize something. All the memory champions and competitive memorizers do this to do these incredible feats of memory. The first one is visualization. Okay, you want to, what I just said, take what you're memorizing and turn it into a picture, okay? And not just any picture. So if you're thinking about pizza, right? You're memorizing pizza, you don't want to just picture what pizza might look like. You want to imagine the sound, right? Sizzling right out of the oven, or the flour, right? When you pick up the slice and you feel the flour in your hand on the dough. The color of the cheese, the taste, the steaminess, the hotness of it, right? That's all going to make stuff more memorable. You also want to add emotion, right? Make it tap into your emotional senses as well. Make it erotic, right? These are the things we remember when they're attached to sex or violence or humor. Make it grotesque. The blood of the pizza is actually, the tomato sauce is actually rat's blood or something. Or maybe somebody's wearing a pizza sweater, right? These things will make your things that you're memorizing a lot more memorable. The second thing is storage, right? We have to put it somewhere where you can retrieve it efficiently later, and that's really the key. And there are techniques that are thousands of years old that we just don't use anymore. Why? Because art of memory it's lost. It's a lost art. We have phones, we have computers that do that for us.